Hey, what's going on, Commit to Be Fitters? Chris from Commit to Be Fit. I want to thank you guys for tuning in again. We're going to show you guys real quickly two movements. They're both pressing movements. There's a strict press and a push press. So we're going to show you both those movements. This video is about to take a wild turn. I'm going to take my pants off. Reason being is for the push press, I need to make sure you guys can see my knees. Okay? In these baggy pants, you can't. By the way, I got shorts on, don't worry, okay? So, what we got here, this video better get a lot of hits, eh? Alright, so, anyways, what we're going to do, we're going to show you a strict press, which is primarily focused on the upper body. It's going to create a lot of, it's going to give us good scapular and shoulder stability. And it's a very, very good way to increase your upper body strength. A push press, on the other hand, is more of a power style movement. You're going to be able to get a heavier belt because we're going to use a little bit of the lower body and a lot of core to help get that belt into an overhead rack position. So here we're going to go strict press first, push press second. So we'll show you what a strict press looks like. Okay, we're going to have the kettlebell in that rack position. Okay, that was an ugly rack, so I'm going to re-rack it. Okay, so we're in the rack position. What we're going to do for a strict press is we're going to make sure that our legs stay locked out. We dig into the floor. Our presses always start from the ground up. If I'm not pressing into the floor, if I'm not grounding and creating a stable base, my press will never be good and it will never get better. So I want to make sure that I have a good solid base in the floor, my legs are locked, everything is tight and active on the way up. Okay, when we're pressing a kettlebell, our elbow is connected to our body. Alright? I like to make sure people create some sort of structure on the other side of their body, whether the arm is here or here. I do not like this. Okay? No, I call this the I'm a little teacup. Okay? I don't like it. So, what we're going to do, elbow tight. We slightly externally rotate. So we start to open the arm a little bit. But as we open, I want you to drive that bell to that overhead lockout position. As the bell goes up, we have two things we're going to look for. We're going to look to lock our elbow, and we're going to look to get our bicep as tight to our ear, as close to our ear as we can. Reason for that is, if my bicep is really close to my ear, that means my kettlebell is sitting directly on top of my shoulder girdle, alright, in the overhead rack position. This is called an active rest, being up here, okay? If my kettlebell is sitting here in front of me, okay, or here off to the side, my shoulder muscles are holding that up. They're going to get tired. My shoulder girdle will last a hell of a lot longer than my muscles in my shoulder, okay? So when we're coming down from the rack position, I'm going to use my lat muscle here. I'm going to pull the kettlebell back into the rack so it comes down nice and controlled. I don't want it to roll away. I want to keep it right tight in the rack, okay? I slightly open, press, drive the bell up, lock it out, pull it in, okay? Inhale, exhale, drive it up, lock it out, back in the rack, lock it out, back in the rack, okay? So those are our strict presses. Remember, when I get to the top, I want to make sure that I'm up nice and tall, my head comes through just a little bit so that my bicep and my ear line up, okay? So that is our strict press. Now I'm going to use the other arm because my right arm is slightly tired from holding that belt. And I'm going to show you guys a push press. So a push press has the same bottom, so rack position, and lockout position as the strict press. Okay? So here and here are the exact same as the strict press. What's different is that middle, that transition spot. Okay? So with the push press, what we're going to do is, you're going to see, you're going to use your legs. But when we use our legs, we don't want to kick our hips back. Okay, if we kick our hips back, what happens is we get a disconnect here. Okay? If I don't have this connection from my elbow to my ribs, that pushing motion is nothing. Okay? I'm not going to be able to get anything out of it. So what I need to do is I need to make sure my elbow's relatively tight to my body. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dip my knees forward. So my knees will dip forward. Okay? From here, I still have this connection. I'm going to drive, straightening my legs. All that energy is going to come up through my rib cage. And as I pop through my rib cage, it's going to propel that bell up. So as that bell starts to propel up, now all I need to do is take that momentum and lock it out in an overhead lockout. Okay? So it's going to be dip, pop, lock it out. Dip, pop, and lock. Okay? So, this is what it looks like here. I'll show you from the front, from the side. So we're in the rack position. Okay? We've got a dip, we got a pop, and we lock. So dip, lock it out. Okay? Dip, lock it out. Dip, lock it out. Notice how when I come down, I always rack it first. I don't go right back into a push press. I want to make sure that this is controlled in the rack position before I dip and press. Dip, press. Notice how I end up with a locked leg too when I come out of this press, okay? So when I get to the top, it's a locked leg. I dip, press. Dip. Notice how my ribs pop out and help me press that bell up nice and quick. One last one. Okay? So that's what the push press is going to look like for you guys. Alright? Elbow connected. I dip the knees forward. I extend my ribs, propel that bell up, and I end up in a locked out leg and a locked out arm position with the bell right above my shoulder girdle, bicep by ear. Okay? So that is our strict and push press. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you guys got to see me take my pants off, which was slightly awkward for me. Okay? So, thanks guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, post your comments below. Post your questions, post whatever you want. I want to answer you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are getting everything you can out of our channel. Okay, guys? And also, like our new kick-ass flag, it's like literally 10 feet. 10 feet wide. Alright, guys? So, have a good one from Commit to Be Fit here in Ontario, Canada. I want to say a big, huge thank you, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.